To some, 2013 might be seen as the year of social media. From direct messaging with friends to making videos and sharing them in just seconds, new innovations in social media are allowing us to be even more connected to each other at just the touch of our fingers.
So we're going to break down all of the trends in social media of 2013 and prepare you for what you're going to need for 2014. We're joined by a panel of social media experts. We have Jason Malika from Buffalo's Social Media Club, and of course our very own Emily Lenahan, web producer for Channel 4 News. Thank you guys for being here today.
It's great to be here. Thanks.
Of course. And the first thing that we're talking about is kind of blew up at the beginning of 2013. We're talking about Vine. That's a social media app where you can make 6-second videos and instantly upload them and share them with your friends.
I think, obviously with Vine, having Twitter as a connection has really helped them a lot. And one of the things that I've liked about it is the immediacy. And I think that's what people are wanting to see going forward is everyone wants something yesterday up there on social media. And I think Vine is really providing them to do that.
Yes, exactly. It's immediate, and then also when a lot of people obviously say that Instagram video took over for it, but I don't agree. I think Vine's gonna have a lot of tricks up their sleeves.
I would agree with that. I think the Vine definitely has a lot of things going on. This year, I think we'll see this will be the year of the, more so than last, the immediate video.
And do you think that Vine can survive with Instagram video being introduced?
I would think so. I mean, I would be interested to hear what you guys think too, but I think you need competition, like with any sort of business too. And I think Vine and Instagram going neck and neck, like I said, with Twitter backing Vine, that's going to help them a lot.
I think that the big difference between Instagram video and Vine video is Vine video loops at the end of it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, which creates a lot of really cool, neat effects that people are using to create some comedic videos out there, where Instagram, you have to stop it and reload it.
Right.
Yeah, I look at Vine as sort of more unique. It has a little, it's a little different, but Instagram's strength is definitely their platform. There's more people on Instagram, but with Twitter, Vine, I don't know, I'm into Vine.
I like how Vines, you can make them more like funny, like you have only 6 seconds, so you have to be really creative with those 6 seconds, and it loops, so if you get really creative, your friends automatically have a chance to re-watch it a couple of times if it takes a little while to see. And then with Instagram, it's more like, here is this cool thing I was at, or this interesting experience, and I'm going to capture it all for you in kind of a longer format. That's
telling a story. You can tell a story on Instagram, whereas Vine is very, very quick.
That's
all right. Well, we want to change gears a little bit because we had some big breaking social media news today. We're talking about another 2013 popular app. It's called Snapchat. It had millions of accounts hacked into the app today, and this is an app that lets people share photos and videos, and then those photos and videos disappear from your phone a few seconds later. Later yesterday morning, the site got hacked into. Millions of people's phone numbers were posted with their names. So, let's talk about Snapchat first as this sort of this social media monster in 2013, because it really took a hold of everybody.
Yeah, I think the one thing about Snapchat, it always trends younger. And younger people, like I said earlier, want that immediacy. And by allowing them to get on and do a quick, video or so and talk with people, it makes it very exciting for people. I think as far as talking about the issues that popped up in the last 24 hours, there's always that problem with social media. Your personality is out there in a lot of ways. So there's always that chance of being hacked, as they say, or at least profiles being stolen or accessed. So it's all about that being kind of vigilant on social networks, whether you're on Facebook or on Snapchat. But Snapchat's definitely going to continue to really, regardless of the hacking, it's still going to be very, very popular this year.
Do you think it will start to skew older, like we've seen with Facebook? Now an older demographic is joining that at a higher rate than younger demos?
I think you're going to see a slow kind of trickle into Snapchat with the an older demographic. I think for people that are above 35 are a little less less apt to say jump into something like that. For myself, I would say just as a very small small instance, it took me a little while to get into Instagram or get into Foursquare. Now I'll be on Instagram and Foursquare all the time. So
I think the important issue with the Snapchat break-in is that people are sharing so much, and you have to be conscious about what you're sharing. Now, Emily, you're on Facebook and social media for the web producer job all of the time. Do you think people are sharing too much? Do you think this is like a concern with people that they might be sharing too much, and then if something gets hacked in, all of this information is out there and attached right to you as a person?
Right, I think Snapchat taught everyone that the younger generation is on social media, but now I think this kind of teaches that younger generation that they need to be careful, and that, we think these pictures disappear, but we don't really know that for sure, and now all this information was obviously accessed by the hackers. The supposed hackers are saying they did it to show the privacy matters, so hopefully kids are just learning to be a little bit safer. And I think that's kind of the takeaway from my point of view, at least.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think that's the one thing we all want the younger generation or younger, and want parents to know too, is if your child or children are on social media, they have access. I mean, look, you can have an iPod and still be able to get Wi-Fi. So you can use all these apps and use them for free. So it's about being vigilant with parents. For people like ourselves, it's a matter of just having a little level of, all right, do I want to post that on there, or am I going to get hacked eventually? We want to be careful with everything we do.
If you're not sure you should post it, chances are you probably should.
Exactly.
In our final seconds, real quick, what are you thinking, or Social Media Club Buffalo thinking about trends for the coming year?
Well, I think we're always looking at the big two in Facebook and Twitter, but I think we're also want to make sure we're looking at what are the things that are really going to be popular. We talked about Snapchat, we talked about Instagram, and Vine, but what are the things that really may be out there? There's obviously want to keep an eye on what Facebook's doing as their stock prices go up, and the same thing with Twitter. What are they going to be obviously looking forward to as well?
All right.
Well,
looking good. Sounding good.
Thank you guys for joining us. We're talking about our 2014 predictions, but we also want to spend a little time talking about our 2014 resolutions. Here's CNN's Sarah Gannon with more to sticking to your New Year's goals. Take a look.